Good evening. A week ago, Brixton was the target. On Saturday, it was Brick Lane. Tonight, many ethnic communities are wondering whether they'll be next. 6 people, all of them Asian, were hurt in Saturday's blast. The racist organisation Combat 18 has said it's responsible for both attacks. But so does another extreme group calling itself the White Wolves. Today, police stepped up patrols in some areas of the capital, whilst in others, community representatives said they were planning their own anti-terrorist patrols.
Words of encouragement from local MP Uma King, who was talking to Brick Lane residents and urging them to carry on as normal and not seek revenge.
The community recognises what the bombers want. The bombers want to spark a race war. That's their aim, and we're not going to give it to them. We're not going to reward them with what they want.
6 people were injured in the nail bomb attack, but despite that, there was a strong sense of business as usual in the mainly Bangladeshi community today.
We're not going to give in to these sort of attacks on us.
Get everything back to normal as quick as possible and just don't let them win, don't let them get away with it.
But there was also some criticism of the police. Had the Met done enough to protect the area? The police said yes, very much so.
I understand the concerns about the vulnerability of particular communities and the community in this part of London. We had in fact increased police patrols before this event in this area, and we have increased them since the event.
Despite this, some local people are organising their own anti-terrorist patrols, and that's also the case elsewhere. Here at Southall in West London today, there was a heavy and very visible police presence, but local people are still organising self-defence groups.
When it comes to racially motivated attacks, the only thing that has worked in our community is self-reliance and self-organisation. The police have been too slow to respond to these.
In Kent at Gravesend, where there's a big Sikh community, anxious representatives met police to discuss security this afternoon. While at Golders Green in North London, home to many Jewish people, letters went out today urging greater vigilance at synagogues, schools and community centres.
Today we've alerted all institutions within the community that they've got to be extra vigilant. The police have advised us that they are putting more policemen on the streets. So together we hope that we can sort of prevent this sort of thing happening within our community.
No one's sure if there'll be another attack, but if there is, community groups believe damage can be limited by greater vigilance. Majin, Newsroom South East.
160 jobs are to go at the former Co-Still plant at Sheerness in Kent. The plant was bought by ASW Holdings in January, and today the company announced that a furnace and rod mill at Sheerness will close by the end of July. The company also said it intends to spend £5 million modernising the plant. Construction begins this week on London's first new river crossing for 100 years. It'll be the first new bridge since Tower Bridge was opened in 1894. The pedestrian-only Millennium suspension bridge will open in April next year and will link St Paul's Cathedral in the city with the new Tate Gallery of Modern Art and the Globe Theatre south of the river. There's good news on the way for the millions of tube users who get stuck in long Monday morning queues at the ticket office. London Transport has announced a telephone booking service which will allow travel cards to be bought up to a month in advance.
Monday morning can mean a long queue for a ticket.
I just left home 5 minutes early so I get to work on time because I knew I had to queue this morning.
It's when many passengers renew their season tickets. That takes staff 4 times longer than issuing a single ticket. London Transport's new telephone service will enable credit card advance bookings for monthly or annual tickets, which are then delivered by registered post.
When you're waiting on a station, no matter how long it is, it always feels 2 or 3 times longer than the actual minutes that pass. So we think it helps everybody concerned, and we hope that our regular customers will use this on an increasing basis.
But tube chiefs deny they'll cut the number of staff in ticket offices to pay for it. Instead, they're hoping more people will buy travel cards.